leads we can look into while you're making sure that you're not being grifted. She passes a slip of paper to the half-elven lady. If their names appear on this list, they're not trustworthy. 3 of them are also me, so I don't think you can worry about. I don't think you have to worry about those ones.
I see.
Hey, look, they talk about honor among thieves, but honestly, fuck them. Fuck all of them. You can take that however you will. Alright, cool, great. Month's time, we, march to a cold and hospitable place in the mountains, and Arson's arm freezes.
Aw, man.
Don't worry, you'll become the new type of Ganassi, Ice.
Frozen Ganassi.
Like, that's
course.
super sweet. I didn't know I could just...
Wait. But if we... we can always just return to my homeland. There's this one woman that they talk about named Medusa. We could just turn him into a stone Ganassi very easily.
Whoa, guys, wait, what if... Wait,
Isn't that one dead yet now?
What if a water Ganassi and a fire Ganassi had a baby? What would that happen? What would...
Steam Ganassi.
Does that exist?
Yeah.
Well, see, whole logic would say that Steam Ganassi, but I think they went extinct like 2 editions ago, so...
Wait, Steam Ganassi actually existed?
Yes.
A little bit.
Yes, Steam, Mud, and I can't remember the other 2, border elementals. And all 4 of them also had Ganassi
Fire
variants.
and air, would that be like...
Smoke?
Ash?
No, yes, it's ash. It is ash.
And then air and water would be like a mist Ganassi or something. Fog Ganassi. I'm realizing that most of these Ganassi are just like various gases.
But yes, there were actually 4 other types of Ganassi in 3.5. Anywho,
emphasis on were. I guess Ganassi now are just like different kinds of big cats. Like, the theory that they could have a baby together is like possible, but realistically it's not very feasible.
Keyword on were, they might have all gotten hunted to extinction. Actually, if I remember correctly, the canon explanation is just Ganassi said, fuck this, fuck the system, I'm becoming one of the 4 main elemental types.
If that is all...
Yeah, you have our business card. Actually, wait, no, that one's strictly for mercy killings. She rummages through again and pulls out another one. This one is for archaeological expeditions. Trust me, it's very important that you call me on that number and not the other number, or else I think you will want us to go break into whatever sanatorium you're keeping Damien in and kill him.
You just happen to have archaeological expedition business cards.
You see, I got a really good deal at the print shop in Pajethos, and Waste Not, Want Not.
I see. Well, I will meet with all of you later. It may or may not be at the castle. I have yet to decide.
Yo, but it would be cool if we had to drag this poor edgy teenager to a government building, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it?
If this was like a TV show, it would just flash cut to us being there already.
Okay, wonderful. Pleasure speaking with you.
I'm pretty sure the pleasure is all you.
Actually, no, pleasure literally is speaking with you. But yeah, have a great one. Oh, by the way, as she pulls out a fucking a fucking, like, smash invitation. You are cordially invited to Fleur Vanderveen's birthday party in a month's time.
I will definitely consider it, though my schedule is fairly busy. I was very fortunate to get this much time off. Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah. Okay, right. Little does she know, I'm going to employ your services, Arson, to turn this into a drunken party across the city.
Arson will help.
Thanks, Arson. Don't know why you have
Well,
to say
he
that in
heard
first
drunken
person.
party, and so he's just on board now.
Okay, drunken party across the city for Fleur.
Yeah, and he likes Fleur, so this is a win-win for him.
Now, do I actually need to pay you for the services, or will you just help me promote it? Fine. She rummages through her coin purse again and pulls out another copper penny and tosses it your way.
He's like a dog. He doesn't catch it in his mouth, but he just grabs it. He's like, yes.
All well, cat holding Chomper.
Yes.
Okay, so unorthodox conversation. Vierna, you should probably go speak with your granddaughters.
Those two that look like twins in the corner?
Yes, the very hot half-elves in the corner that also conspicuously look like Fleur because they're triplets.
Right.
Oh yes. She turns fully around and starts shouting something in what Sterblon can only presume is the Greek dialect of Infernal, and to which Soras like shouts back and eventually will walk over to leave Vierna to her granddaughters.
Probably not very happy about it.
No, she's not. She was having a wonderful conversation.
Probably a wonderful conversation about music theory, if not hitting on them.
A little bit of both. So, what were we talking about? Oh, yes, 100 weirdest days. Arson, hit me. Not literally. Not literally. Just give me one of your weirdest days.
Arson slowly puts down his fist. So
you'd have to
see.
You'd have to throw your punch through Stervon.
Stervon, I'm sorry, but you were going to be collateral damage.
Go gadget, extendo water arm.
What if Arson is just like that one water bender from the Legend of Korra, where like his water arm legit just can do that.
Anyway.
That'd be sick. I gotta get that manipulate water cantrip.
So Arson, 100
weirdest days. I don't think I can think of 100, but
just give one.
Let's see. There was this one time when I was running from the law, as you do as a fugitive, and as I was running, I accidentally snuck into this house to escape, only, unfortunately, to be bombarded by this couple that was clearly about to have a divorce. Like, they were shouting and throwing plates at each other. Long story short, I couldn't leave the house because they would see me and then alert the guards, so I just had to awkwardly just be in their house as they had this argument. And then, like, one thing led to another, and they thought I was a ghost, and I, like, tried to convince them to get relationship counseling. It was, like, a whole thing. I don't really know how that ended, which is a shame, but that was one of the weirdest nights I had on the run.
I honestly kind of half expected you to say that you just became a marriage counselor that night.
I mean, I kind of was. I
Cool.
was like, listen, just because you're upset doesn't mean you get the right to lash out and be toxic. And it's like, if you have something, like if you have a need that isn't being fulfilled, you have to explain that to your partner, just not be passive aggressive about it. And it was a long night, honestly. Like emotionally, the guards were after me, so physically, and just considering just like that whole state, it's like mentally as well.
Okay. No, Sturvon.
What?
You got any weird 100 days with, I don't know, probably rocks, trees, and apparently not fire?
Apparently, you're
What?
ghosting fire.
Well, you said dark clones of me and Daehun are in your top 100 days. Weirdest days. Give me another weirdest day.
Oh, dear Lord.
Nothing that obviously I had a hand in. Like, we can just roll that all out now.
I don't know. Sure, I could find something at some point, but
Oh, rabbit fishing isn't weird?
no, that was fine. You ever try
Yeah.
fishing through a portal to the Underworld? You
I
pull
never
out some
tried
strange
sticking
things.
I never tried sticking a fishing rod through a color portal color pool.
It makes for some great conversation starters, to be certain.
Yeah, I can imagine. I've seen the infernal fish.
Yes.
Okay. What am I? So there's a time, right, when I was like in my travels looking for my mom, as you do, before I made it to the theocracy, right? And I may or may not have started a civil war in a small desert country.
That's unfortunate.
It was over a pig.
Was it
I don't
like
know
a
what happened.
sacred pig or just like a pig?
I think it was just a farm animal, and I have no clue what that pig is now. It might be sacred. I might have started a cult. Speaking of, she pulls out another slip of paper and hands it over to Arson. These are a list of organizations you do not want to get involved with because they are cults I have may or may not started or may or may not have a hand in.
Arson like looks over the list to like check to make sure his cult isn't on it, and then is like satisfied when it isn't, and is like, okay, then hands it back.
One of the more noticeable ones is just the Catholic Church.
Just the Catholic Church in general. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
If you're talking about weird days, there's that
And
one
he, like,
time that
looks
we
over the list
snuck
again,
into a
like,
city and
compared
stole a
to, like-
bucket by accident.
Oh, you stole a bucket by accident?
Well, yes,
Yeah,
but
what-
we accident. Yeah, my group and I were getting a bit thirsty, so we decided to take a stop at this well. Now, we weren't exactly aware that tieflings weren't normal in this world. So people started saying a demon. Though it was a very corrupted version of my mother tongue. And we fled to another city, and I guess they went to war over a bucket.
Huh. Bucket, honestly, kind of beats out pig. Fair enough. I can speak of one time when I was in the Bayfrontian Empire. I was just sitting in this nice park, picking some flowers, and apparently that was grand larceny. Mind you, I have legitimately committed grand larceny in the Empire, but that's what they tried to get me on, picking flowers.
It was probably the Empress Mother's flower bed.
I don't know, but I still have the flowers if you want them.
I mean, are they particularly rare flowers, or are they just random flowers you picked out of nowhere?
Well, they might. Well, I think some of them are just wildflowers. One tried convincing me to like kill for the blood god. Is currently upstairs with it. To which like in the rafters, like you hear ominous Latin chanting. Oh, that would be it now.
Cool. How about we,
There
I
was
don't know.
another one. There was another one when I ate. It wired me throughout the night, so I still have a bunch of those. She starts rummaging through her shit in the cauldron of holding, pulls out a small box full of pressed flowers. Noticeably, some of them are quite rare, and then there's just this whole collection of what you're pretty damn certain are cocaine plants. And by you, I mean specifically arson. Though to be fair, druids, so you know.
Yes. Although I thought cocaine was just something you chew to. The cocaine plants were something you chew for energy, and then someone realized you could refine that down into deadly stuff.
Wait,
Deadly
that's
stuff.
cocaine?
What?
Oh, fuck. Okay, I need to find somebody who's proficient in alchemist kit. Then.
I mean, I could make some Coca-Cola for you. It's great.
The original?
I'm
Yeah.
not shocked that you know what Coca-Cola is. I'm kind of intrigued that you might be able to pull it off. I was suggesting making crack and just shipping it into an inner city.
But that's just not as good.
But it is funny. Speaking of which, I was behind that project with the Central Intelligence Agency of America, to which the stereotypical, F-19s and bald eagle cry overhead play. Oh fuck! I forgot that they do that.
You want to hear about some weird stories. You know those people that go around thinking that they're entitled to whatever they want?
Not in the slightest.
I mean, it depends on how you use it. Like, if you're entitled to it because you have a big old sword, then you just gotta fight for it.
That's just burglary.
No,
burglaries with a knife, alright?
I'm pretty sure you can do it with a big ass sword. It just involves a violent intimidation to get what you want.
No, those.
I guess burglary technically is you breaking in. That would be robbery. Thieving is when you just do it without. You know what? We have a seasoned expert here on the subject. As she turns over to Arson.
No,
Just like starts sweating.
You know what? I was referring to those people that like ignore rules and signs because they deserve it kind of attitude.
Oh, Karens.
What's a Karen?
A carrot? They're an orange tuber vegetable.
To be fair, carrots are bitches, and you can take my word on that. But I also might have been really fucking high that night, so I don't know.
It's a little bit like this, and Arson just holds up like a Venn diagram, and it's like bitches, carrots, and then he like points up the middle.
Yeah, that's actually fair enough. Well, you see, Karens are usually like middle-aged to older white ladies from that country that will cause another mass panic in the city if I say its name. And they're kind of just bitches.
Yes. Anyway, I myself have plenty of stories about them, but I hear that Fleur had a lot of stories like that.
Damn. That oh, right, I guess she did technically work retail.
She worked a lot of things.
Hey, Arson, have you considered getting a retail job? It's a great entry-level position.
It's a great way to have a bad day.
Well, that too, but you would technically earn more money at, like, Fantasy Walmart than he would with us. As a paycheck.
seeing as how we don't know when we get paid or how
No,
much.
we work on commission, but
Arson
just-
did mention
we
this
just-
like before. He was like, "When the fuck do we get paid?"
well, okay,
Never
okay.
in your case, but
Well, okay, yes, never in his case because he's an intern, but
Thank
we get
you.
paid on
I thought
commission.
I was a paid intern, at least.
Oh,
you get
Oh,
food,
she-
all right?
she does pull out the company
Oh.
hierarchy list as unpaid intern does not get fed, paid intern gets fed, and the paid is in air quotes.
Wow, I see how
You
it
also
is.
you are also entitled to a 15-minute coffee break.
Oh, sick! I didn't know that. I'm gonna take advantage of that more often.
It
Especially
says
when like
coffee
Liv is about
break.
to like die and Arson could do something about it. He's like, "Oh, sorry, coffee break right now."
I will say though that like in your employee handbook, if you turn to page 394, you will note that you cannot take your 15-minute coffee break during the middle of combat or if somebody's about to die.
Just call it a wine break at that point. You'll be totally fine.
Well,
So,
for me, maybe, but not Greek.
No, don't
let
Greeks
Arson
drink
do it.
something else?
No, we drink a lot of fucking wine. That one's part of a wine cult. As she motions back to her sister.
Oh wait, a wine cult?
Conspicuous-
Okay, that is a cult that Arson might actually want to get into.
Conspicuously, she is conspicuously drinking wine. Oh,
Yeah.
you want to learn about the Dionysian mystery?
Dionysus.
Yeah,
Yeah, where you just drink a bunch of wine and go on rampage through the countryside. It's great.
I think she was behind a poet's death once. My sister has a very interesting life story, and that's coming from me. That said, if you do want to learn the Dionysian mysteries, yeah, talk with her. And I do mean Dionysus, not Bacchus. Fuck you, Libertas.
Bacchus, not Dionysus.
It's our god. You have the fucking Nerf knockoff version of him.
Yo, speaking of which, what kind of wine do you have here?
All of it. Except for
All of the wine.
except for blood wine and
She starts rummaging her cauldron. White wine, red wine, rosé, champagne. Oh, here's my blood wine.
did you make hellhound blood wine from blood we got from this hellhound? What did we
yes.
do with that?
Yeah, I think I turned one of the vials of bloodhound blood into hellhound blood wine. But I wouldn't recommend Arson in particular drink it. Not because I don't think he can handle. Not because I don't think he can handle the alcohol content, but because I think the hellhound blood would literally poison him.
I'm sure he'll be
What
fine.
does
You know,
Hellhound Blood wine do anyway?
You know what?
Gives you fire resistance and or lights you on fire at the same time.
Yeah, it can last.
That
anywhere
is
from
interesting.
Depending on your ability to resist fire.
It can last for 20 seconds up to 2 hours, given by the potency that I made it at.
If it grants me fire resistance, and I'm already resistant to fire,
Then
will it
okay.
cause me to be on fire? Discuss.
Yes.
Maybe. You know what? Here,
Got a vote for yes and a vote for maybe. Only one way to settle this.
Let's not have a drinking contest now.
Let's fucking test that hypothesis. Barkeep, can you get us like a bunch of shot glasses?
You're gonna drink wine out of a shot glass?
Drinking contest.
We gotta test the waters.
Okay.
Well, part of it is a drinking contest because, you know.
You hear in your minds. You hear in your minds like, count me out of that.
Yeah, don't worry, Chomper. You have to be You have to be in your humanoid form if you want to get involved in that.
Yeah, Chomper, you should probably sit this one out, considering you literally was almost like frozen to death. Probably exploding is not as good.
I don't know if it'd make her explode, but we've certainly rapidly warmed her up.
Yes.
Yeah. She is kind of frozen to Arson's clothes at this point.
But I'm also not too keen on trying cooked pseudo dragon. So.
Don't you dare.
Yeah, we would find another pseudo dragon. Don't worry.
Seriously, there's Hellhound whiskey. All right.
All right.
I mean-
So, Barkeep, where the fuck are our shot glasses?
They melted.
Oh, wait. Can you pull up the infernal crystal shot glasses in the back? Don't.
That's
say you
what
don't
these
have them.
are.
Okay. Don't say you don't have them. You're a fucking tiefling. All of us do. We just sort of get them at birth.
Some
What
say
do you
you're
think?
born with a spoon in your mouth. Others say you were born with a shot glass.
Hey now, you know damn well
What?
that is true. We just all for some reason come out of the womb with a fucking infernal crystal shot glass.
No,
It's a really weird thing about our biology.
Look.
She says, pouring the wine to
look,
the shot glass.
I spared very little expense on this place.
Did you
and
kill
I
a
get-
bunch of,
I
Did
get
you kill a bunch of your kids' babies?
what? Did I kill what?
Well, tiefling babies are usually the only way to. You know what? No. I'm not going to question your possibly amoral means to get infernal crystal shot glasses.
I have plenty of tiefling customers that come here. Case in point, there's one over there. He points across the room.
Well, all right, fine. Good
Whatever
for
you
you.
say, baby killer. Alright, guys, on 3.
Yeah, you know what? I have very shockingly low morals, Libertas, but I've never killed tiefling babies for these. All right. She's just sort of. How many shot glasses are there, Arthur?
10 for whoever is going each.
All right, so she will pour out all of them for all of us. All right, so drinking contest, but also seeing if fire resistance causes us to be lit on fire. Ready?
Ready.
Sure.
Bottoms up.
I'll be disappointed.
And she.
Did she just cut off?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yes.
The spicy taste that I love.
Yeah. Well, we chugged the blood wine.
Constitution checks.
Alrighty, a constitution save.
Constitution save.
That's how
Big oof.
Big oof.
I see I don't have much of it.
Bigger
Oh my
oof.
god.
Very much bigger oof. You still did better than both of us, but it was a nat 1 regardless.
How is it that I got a nat 1 yet still did better than everyone here?
Because
Sorcerers have proficiency in Constitution.
I mean,
saving
I get
throws.
why, but it's still just, very funny.
Yes.
Alright, so your first shot hits you all very hard.
How is this worse than the Infernal Everclear?
Carson, specifically just starts smoking more than usual. It's fuck, guys.
Because they watered it down before you drank it, alright?
Right. Water down alcohol before you drink it.
Now,
God, why did I remember that part?
oddly enough, Arson, even though you feel like you could have definitely have done better, you're still doing better than your two compatriots.
Amazing.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
correct.
Arthur, for science, want to keep going? If we don't fucking black out on Libertas's bar, what are we doing?
Getting to wake up without a piercing headache.
Oh, I do have a flower for that too. Alrighty.
Shot number 2, Constitution saves, disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
We did okay.
We did fuck up pretty bad.
Right.
Thank God.
Carson's doing just fine.
I'm
Nice.
still on top, baby.
This is just like Chopper all over again.
Like somehow the 16-year-old who definitely shouldn't be beating the tieflings is somehow beating the tieflings.
Like, you don't really drink when you're trying not to get noticed all that much. Yeah, that's a horrible.
Or you do drink a lot to take the edge off. There's no in between.
Yeah. Or you join the soldiers and drink like there's no tomorrow. Because sometimes there isn't.
That is very dark thought.
Weirdly darkly. Servon, do you need to talk?
No.
Yeah. So, Miss Olivia, you are on the edge of blacking out.
Perhaps over another shot of the fucking wine.
How the heck did you make it this strong this quickly?
I don't know. There's another bottle of the soda back home.
Good, we could use it to knock out that anyone that comes to us for a drinking contest, I guess.
Third shot, gang. Let's go.
Disadvantage, all of you.
Oh dear. Anyone rose on that one. Oh. Wow.
11 is a lot better.
This time Arson gets hit hard.
Alright, third drink, Arson is doing not as good.
Now, unfortunately, Liv, I did say that you were on the edge of blacking out, so you black out.
Liv's gone.
She got her goal.
The rest of you, like Stervon, you're doing just as well as you have been.
Great.
That's what I should know as soon as her sister blacks out. Well, it's not whatnot.
Alright, so that was shot number 3. There are 7 shots left.
Oh god.
Does not matter. Sorath will join in, taking over her for... Possibly taking over her for her sister, possibly just because she wants the fucking wine. Mostly the latter. Aforementioned wine cold.
Alright, if you're taking the 4th shot, Stervon and Arson, you have disadvantage. Sorath?
What if Arson casts a spell that gives him advantage on Constitution checks? Will it cancel out or?
It would be neutral.
Yeah, it would cancel out.
But
Okay.
also, using spells like that are for pussies.
Yes, because it would make your drunkenness go away.
It won't, but it would make this easier. I'm just wondering, and everyone else is drunk enough that I don't think they'll notice if he casts it.
Sorath is staring daggers at you.
Oh, I forgot that Sorath is joining. Fuck. Okay, he's gonna see if he can wait out Sorath just a little bit.
So, Arson, you hear in your mind, can you put me down before you pass out?
Oh, yeah, sorry, buddy. And he just
Wait. Does it turn into one of those cartoon scenes of having a cat stuck to your arm as you try to shake it because she's frozen to the
Yeah, you do have to pull a little bit.
Wonderful. Alrighty, shot number 4. Let's go.
Let's do this.
Sorath does not have disadvantage because she wasn't participating earlier.
Bullshit. Oh, get fucked. Somehow.
Alright, Stervon's out.
Better than Sorath, who just joined. Woo, second win, baby!
Very interesting flavor combination, I must give her that.
Hey, down to 5th shot. Arson, do you take victory or are you trying to beat Sorath?
Arson is Arson is getting a second win, so he's gonna keep going.
Hey kid, you interested in the Dionysian mysteries?
The what?
The Dionysian mysteries. Wine cold shit.
I don't have time for Dionysian Christeries.
You're actually halfway to performing one of our base rituals.
Fifth track, go!
So wait, there's 7 shots in total?
Well, there's 10 in total.
Arson's second wind has passed.
Very much.
And
Yep.
Thorath is taking the lead.
Well, she is part of a wine cult. It's fair enough.
And since all 3 of you are passed out...
I still think that's bullshit. Thorath should not have joined in the middle, and that's Arson's last words before he just conks.
Alright, let's see.
I wasn't even trying to start it with him. She says, as she will pour all of the shot glasses into the wine glass that she had, and just starts sipping on it like a nice Chardonnay.
Before you take it away, Veritas will take 2 of the shot glasses and down them. What? You said waste not, want not.
Sorath will, in fact, hold up her glass in, like, a toast salute.
Arson will momentarily lift up his head and be like, we should have bet on this, and then pass out again.
Alright.
Like, there was no point to this drinking game.
I'm kind of surprised that they didn't all spontaneously combust.
Yeah, does double resistance equal immunity? Like, how does that work?
Technically, it means nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna figure it's just like, it's like when you're, like, resistant to poison in Pokemon and you just give yourself a potion that makes you more resistant to poison. It's like, that equals nothing, baby. That's a null.
Well, see, Pokemon reduces it down to a quarter of the damage, but in D&D, it just, resistance does not stack.
Big oof. It should.
Alright. Chomper uses her 2 remaining second level spell slots and 1/3 level spell slot to cast Restoration on all 3 of you.
Great.
So you're no longer poisoned.
Arson, that was a very interesting competition. What if we inject it straight into your water arm?
You'll get dragged twice as fast.
Sturborn, hold it down. she rummages through the cauldron and pulls out, like, a comically large syringe.
Let's not do this again.
For once, Sturborn intervenes.
Wait,
Thanks, Sturborn.
Alright, fine.
But also, I would like to say that I technically won, since out of the 3 of us, I was the last to pass out.
Now you're pushing it.
Sturborn's like, no, it doesn't count.
It was more of an experiment than a drinking contest, sweetheart.
Still.
Sorath, setting like one of the cool kids, barstool turned, legs crossed, sipping at the Hellhound blood wine. So you are still interested in the Dionysian mysteries, right, kid?
Huh? No. That sounds like a scam.
It's not. It's a wine cult.
I fucking knew it.
No, you said a scam.
It's
wine
like,
really
my love of wine won't trick me. Maybe.
Actually, Dionysus is very low maintenance. And, if you ask to have sex with him and you, unfortunately pass away, he'll make a wooden carved phallus and put it on your tomb and write it. Even in death, he's a bro. Also, every Tuesdays and Thursdays, we might go out into the woods, tie a shit, and like tear a poet limb from limb.
Listen, I know you're saying these things like as though they're benefits, but they really aren't.
Well, usually we do it to Bowls, but Orpheus had it coming.
Okay, moving on from that.
Yes.
Where do you think I got my fancy harp? I bludgeoned a man to death with it.
You know, I really should learn an instrument.
Oh,
I'm gonna learn the harmonica. That seems like an awesome thing to do.
Oh dear.
Oh yes, a three-man band of a violin, a Greek harp, and a harmonica.
Hey, we can probably play some like bluegrass with that. Like, I'm sure that's been done. Like a violin and a harmonica and a harp. We could do something.
I don't remember what instrument Daehyun got.
I
I'm
think
really glad he doesn't practice it.
he has a. Last I heard, it was a nickel harpa. I could be wrong.
Oh, I could learn to play the hurdy-gurdy. Wouldn't that be fun?
Okay, but Arson, sweetheart,
Yep.
it is a rite of passage that you do bludgeon to death the man whose instrument it was previously in this family.
No, I think
you
you could just go to the store. They sell them at stores.
Yeah, but that's a lot of gold, and first-degree murder is cheaper.
I'm not killing a man for a hurdy-gurdy. I'll be real.
It doesn't have to be for a hurdy-gurdy. She like pulls out her violin from the cauldron of holding. Pulls out a secret. Yes, the cauldron of holding is what I'm now referring to it as. Because it has a freaking in it. Pulls down like a secret compartment in the case, and you see a second bow with a fucking razor wire attached to it. It's a very effective weapon that no one sees coming.
I mean,
it's also hell on the instrument, so I don't use it.
Yeah, I bet.
But if I need to play a man like a fiddle, toads. You know what? Next time we have to torture someone for information, I will give you a demonstration, Arson.
So, while this conversation's going on, Chomper will butt in saying, that woman over there has been staring at us.
Gee, I wonder why. Is it because we were drinking Hellhound blood wine?
Well, no, this was before, also.
Yeah, that is true. We did also talk about certain, like, possible civil wars over buckets and pigs.
Yes, but she was staring at us when we walked in.
And also Casper, the friendly, marriage counselor over there.
What's up?
Actually, if you want, I can get that like on a business card for you, Arson.
You know what? Sure. I gotta flesh out my resume somehow.
Yeah. Honestly, if you need a reference, like, always feel free to put me down. I won't surprisingly be a dick about it.
Oh, don't worry, Liv. I'll make sure to put you down.
Now that sounds ominously threatening, and I would recommend not doing that because Fleur. Not
what?
because,
No,
not because,
I'm putting words into my mouth.
Not because, I'm half fiendish, or because, like, chosen one to be a dragon, or that I literally serve a war goddess. No, I mean very specifically the very scary half-elf that, like, I'm in, I think it's complicated relationship with. I should lay down now, though, if fucking Daehyun becomes her grandfather, her step-grandfather, I am marrying her immediately and taking her into my family. And none of you can fucking stop me. She does not deserve to suffer so.
Noted.
It's
Anyway.
only ethical. Anyways,
Does it have to be you, or can it be someone that she knows just as well?
shut the fuck up and step off my girl, son.
I'm
Arson is,
pretty
like,
sure I'm
trying
older
to
than
back.
you.
Like,
Wouldn't
easy,
you like to know?
easy.
Wouldn't you like to know, boy? Anyways, so yeah, fuck. A valued member of our company is talking with this lady. I was gonna suggest that we just go find like ancient undead space dragon from beyond the stars for my very stupid idea. You know what? Here, I will give. She hands like the Spark Notes version of what you think would have been a 15-minute PowerPoint presentation on the ship. About it, and it's just effectively saying, I am turning into him. We technically are the same. We are technically part of the same incarnation of the cycle. He might listen to me without immediately resorting to murder.
I mean, we had a chat with him before he resorted to murder.
Okay, so we bring the ship that's faster than him along.
Yeah. And then we run like heck once he goes mad.
Yeah, hopefully, seeing, his next incarnation doesn't immediately set him off into murder. It might, because I'm a fucking train wreck. Oh,
It
right,
could
right,
be
oh, right, trains haven't been invented here yet, have they?
They are actually found down south. In
Oh, really?
Yes.
Huh. Neat.
Good for
Didn't know.
them.
Good for them. I didn't know steam locomotives were out here. Okay. So human resources gone. As CEO, I kind of have to go deal with that. If I remember correctly, you're the chief operating officer, Sirban, so you can come along too. And I guess the paid intern can tag along if he so wishes.
I think you guys must understand. I really have nothing better to do with my life than just follow you guys around.
Alright, so you walk over, and this woman has... You would guess she's either a tiefling or a tabaxi? Though you haven't ever heard of a tiger tabaxi, and she has very human-esque features compared to Yin Shan.
I wonder where I would have possibly seen something similar. Can't tell in the slightest.
No, definitely not.
Is okay. So arson.
Yes.
Remember what happened when Damon called my sister a cat?
Yes.
Yeah, that might
Don't
happen
call
if
this
you call
person
her
a
one.
cat either.
Yeah. Might be prudent. Okay.
Noted.
Sirban, get the fuck over here. You're part of our team.
Darn.
No. Take the other side. You need to get this close to the table. You cannot hide behind one of her sisters. She turns around and blows a kiss to said sister, and then turns back around. Okay, great.
Right.
Good boy.
The woman kind of looks at each of you kind of nervously.
Chomper, I know we technically didn't have this talk with you, but we had it with Fleur. Do not fucking fly off and instigate conversations for us.
I was suspicious of this person.
Well, okay, if you're suspicious of this person, hide in the shadows and stab them in a dark alleyway.
Hey, leave Chomper alone. They're doing their best. You're doing great, sweetie.
There's many ways of dealing with suspicious people. Usually talking to them is not one of them.
Yeah, Liv, you're not the only one that has killed people in dark alleyways. I mean,
Well, yes,
what?
I'm certain you have tail, and I'm damn sure that Sturbon here has being a soldier.
Arson, when you say what you said, you hear this woman saying draconic, like, yeah, you would know that, wouldn't you?
But
Oh,
you
now
know,
Arson is like weirded out. He's like,
but Arson also, if you check your employee manual on page 1326, it says that the proper discourse for dealing with suspicious individuals that may or may not be tailing a party is to hail them back and then stab them in a dark alleyway during the witching hour. Then sprinkle the blood.
I'll make sure to remember that. And then in Draconic he says, "So, a fellow Draconic speaker. Very interesting."
Cool. Oh, you can also get to the subclause that says that you should probably not sprinkle it into a pentagram unless you're ready for a medium spice satanic ritual.
Ends with a great latte.
Yes,
no. The latte page is on the next one.
Continuing in Draconic, yes, I can speak the tongue of the ancients.
Okay, you two need to stop speaking fucking. Wait, no, Moonspeak is Flirt of tongue. Big scary dragon talk. Big scary dragon talk? Is it big scary dragon talk? It might be stupid. You know, it might be, small bearded dwarf talk. Which I suppose does in fact just talk, is just like a blanket statement for literally every dwarf that has ever lived and ever will live, but that's beside the point.
Okay.
Now, Common, do you speak it? Do not talk to our paid intern. He's not even an adult. He's 16. He can't consent.
Excuse me, what? No.
Like, live!
So, this person speaks she hasn't said a word in common, or actually she hasn't said a word at all since we found her earlier today. And
what do you mean by
that? Well, she was half starving when we found her. Just wandering the streets.
Sounds like fun.
Arson, you have experience with starving half to death and wandering streets. How's it like?
Not good. I would not recommend starving in the streets. Kind of sucks, actually.
Okay.
Now, I did notice that she seems to understand Common, but I don't know if she speaks it.
Well, she damn well should speak Common. Because, again, he's 16.
Liv. Please.
You appear to understand Common, lady. He is a minor.
Okay, you know what, Liv? I'm just gonna, and then he puts himself between.
I'm gonna go back to drinking. If you guys want to go mess with some poor person.
No, Sturbon, over here. Come on.
So, in Draconic, Arson is going to ask, so, what is your name? What brings you here?
What name do you want? Do you want my given name or my virtue name?
So he turns to Liv and is like, what's a virtue name?
I'm both shocked and surprised that you want to learn more about tiefling culture.
You know what? Consider this like a bonding moment.
That came out of fucking left field. I figured you would have asked Sturbon if anything. I actually never got Sturbon's virtue name. Hey Sturbon, do you actually have a virtue name?
I mean, if I had one, I wouldn't.
Well, I'm not asking you to tell me it.
Oh, right. Yeah, I did have one.
Okay, cool. So yeah, virtue names. You know how like I'm pleasure, and my sister is poetry, and I think if I remember correctly, though it's been quite some time, she might have changed it. If I remember correctly, Bellis is relentless. Actually, wait,
Okay.
if she's asking for a virtue name, she switches to Infernal and talks to the lady. Seriously, again, he's 16.
Oh my
If
god.
you're a tiefling, you know how to speak this tongue.
Well, I don't know if I consider myself a tiefling. I'm 17. She says in Infernal.
Oh, you're. Well, no. Technically speaking, you consent in some states.
So do 16-year-olds. Wait, Arson's not a part of this, but
but I guess that is. She does switch to common for that, but I guess it is a lot less creepy if you're only a year older than them, than before switching back to Infernal. Okay, but seriously, do you speak common? This is way more. This is way too complicated because he doesn't speak Infernal and I don't speak Draconic.
Why would I ever want to go out with a hothead freak of nature like him?
Arson doesn't know why, but he feels offended.
I mean, like, fucking mood, sweetheart, but
Feels
also
double
have you,
offended now.
but also have you, respectfully speaking, and I'm saying that as that tiefling behind the bar back there is my sister. Have you looked in a mirror?
Again, I don't know if I'm considered a tiefling. All I know is that my father was a Rakshasa. My biological mother was not.
Oh, yeah, you're probably just a Cambion then. Technically speaking, you know what? Shouldn't reveal shit that I don't need to. But that also does kind of explain, that the dark tongue. You do though. Again, I do need to ask. You do speak common. Like this will make this conversation a lot easier. Though I do very much like to insult Mr. Sulfur Pants over there in Infernal.
She chuckles. I can. She says slowly, in common.
Would you? Okay, good. Would you kindly? Also, because our pseudo dragon might try and bite you, and she's been known to do that to certain tieflings and other infernal beings that we come across. Nervously glancing over at Sorath, and she seems to think that you're a suspicious individual. Oh, yes, getting ahead of ourselves. I presume Arson asked for your name, and that's the fucking virtue name shit came up. Miss Livia Felrood, you can call me, Pleasure. Again, the hot-headed freak of nature, as you so eloquently put it. This is in common. Is aforementioned to be Arson, and the one drinking alcohol instead of joining in this company conversation is Sturbon.
And I'm going to be joining him. See ya.
Again, virtue name pleasure, so do with that as you will.
Harmony.
Okay. Great. Hey, Chomper, you might want to keep an eye on Arson. I did sort of leave the bottle of Tellhound blood wine over there, and I do not trust him.
You know what? Arson is going to roll a d20, and depending how bad the roll is, he is either going to drink it or leave it alone.
It's just like the mirror all over again.
And he is drinking it!
Sora, chug, 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 chug. Breakfast also joining in.
You hear in your mind, Arson. No, I just used the lesser restoration on you.
God, don't heal him. It won't teach him anything.
Let's see. Let's do a Constitution roll. He's fine.
Solid average.
Would it be on disadvantage or would it be normal?
It would be normal.
And it's a 20.
He's just fine.
Anyways, okay, so he might act like a musketeer still. Harmony, great, wonderful. I suppose until my compatriots left me, you don't need to speak common if you're not comfortable in it. But these individuals that found you wandering the streets, dying of starvation, might be interested to know that you're okay. You are okay, correct?
Hi.
Oh. Okay, great. Great, you speak that too. Fuck. Himiko